Shalom. Late night. Shalom. All right. Let's get it started. My brother Yehuda. Breaking down some stuff here. So let's go. Let's see what the brother talking about here. Let's get it. Pay close attention. We're going to talk about, somebody put a video up of a mighty Hebrew, which he ain't say nothing, but try to be negative against my brother. The chart has been tried and found guilty.
Grace and peace be unto you. This is your brother Yehuda Isaiah, and we are coming again with a part 2 of the 12 tribe chart series. So this is part 2. We are going to continue to prove even further that all the 12 tribes of Jacob, or the children of Jacob and Isaac and Abraham, etc., are indeed Negro and black, okay, black worldwide. We are going to prove this as we continue. Just to give more information, we are going to continue to prove our case even further with evidence and biblical records.
That's right.
And biblical history and archaeology. And so, let's dive right into it. First, I want to deal with the issue of this lie, this blasphemous lie, okay, that the Jews within the 10 tribes took ships from the Eastern Hemisphere all the way to the Western Hemisphere. I want to deal with that issue first because we all know what the scripture says in 2nd Ezra. It clearly says that God held still the flood until they crossed over or passed over. It mentions nothing whatsoever about ships. And we also know that according to God himself, that anybody, any man or woman, add or take away from the scriptures or the literature or the scrolls is found to be a liar. He or she is found to be a liar.
Revelation last chapter.
Ships is not mentioned because the scribe knew they did not take no damn ships. But I want to deal with that issue. Anybody who described to this lie, you must prove first that they came over here. The burden is on these camps and anybody who believed that lie to prove that they came over. The burden is on you. But I am going to show, without any doubt, 1,000% sure they did not come over here on ships. So let's deal with the issue of ships and the history of ships. During the ancient times, they used what was called galley slaves. They used slaves to row ships. Okay, going all the way back to the Egyptian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Assyrian Empire, etc. They used slaves to row ships. There was no such thing as dealing with the knots of speed. Okay, that came along just before the era of Columbus. But before that, they used slaves to row the ships. The ancient ships...
Let me say something real quick. Once he finished, I'm going to bring some scriptures out and show you the decay, the state our people in when you get truth and scriptures put in your face. And archaeology evidence, everything. So let's finish up. Let's go.
Did have sails for the wind to deal with the wind, but to gain speed, they had to use galley slaves to gain speed, whether going slow or fast. Slow or fast, they had to use galley slaves to row the ships. All the way up to or till the time of Columbus. And what we have here is an early painting, as you can see, of a small boat. Okay, and you can see that they used the men to row the boats or the ships. An image of the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians were known to travel the oceans. Okay, they were the best when it came to traveling the waters of oceans. It says an illustration of an ancient Phoenician ship. And as you can, okay, this is an early relief. It says again, an illustration of an ancient Phoenician ship. An ancient Phoenician ship. And as you can see in the illustration, you can see the men rowing the ship. This is a painting of an Egyptian ship, an ancient Egyptian ship. And once again, you can see the rowers. You can see the men rowing the ship. And in ancient times, they did not have these big-ass ships. They had small ships and boats. And they had to row the boats and ships. It's not like during the era of Columbus where they had these big-ass ships. No. This is an ancient art, okay, depiction also from the wars of Egypt. From the wars of Egypt. Showing again the Egyptians rowing this boat. They did not have these big-ass ships or big-ass boats in ancient times. But look what it says here. It says a wall painting from ancient Egypt. Okay, this is a wall painting from ancient Egypt. It says it shows a boat on the Nile River. And as you can see again, they are rowing this boat. You can see the men rowing the boat. But what we have here, folks, is a relief from ancient Assyria.
Now, I want to stop there because he didn't mention this part right here. I want y'all to look at the people in the boat, the description of the people in the boat, right? I'm going to show y'all something here. Not saying it's us, right? But look at that man's beard hair in his hair. Bush. Look at that. Afros. Afro. 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 Wait a minute. Up top. Look at that. See that right there? See that afro? Look at his beard. Look at that. Look like the brothers of today. Right? But their cake got turned.
Again, this is a relief from the wars of Assyria, an ancient relief from the wars of Assyria, showing the Assyrians men rowing this boat or this small ship. Because, like I said, they did not have these big, gigantic ships or boats. But either way, they had to row these boats or these small ships to gain speed, whether going slow or fast. It did not matter. But again, this is a relief of the Assyrians rowing this small ship. And this is the close-up. In this small Assyrian ship, you can see these men rowing the ship. Okay, they have small ships, and they had to row the ships. This is from the wars of Assyria, folks. The 10 tribes did not row in these damn ships. Look how small these ships are. Look at this ship. Look very closely at this ship. Look at these men, these Assyrians rowing this ship, this small ship. That chart is finished, man. No thousands of damn Jews, men, women, babies, the elderly, got in these small-ass boats or these small Assyrian ships and rowed all the way from the eastern hemisphere to the western hemisphere. Give me a damn break. That did not happen. As you can see, folks, this is an image of what the Assyrian ships look like. Game over. They did not come over here on no damn ships. This is the real image, folks. These are the real images here. Here's another image of the Assyrians, okay, from the wars of Assyria. Look at these small boats or these small ships. Let me guess. Hundreds of Jews got inside this small-ass ship.
A year and a half on the water.
Magically got inside these small-ass ships.
With food, water.
And rowed all the way over to the Americas. As I said before, game over. It's been over. But I just want to show real quick the Assyrians' ships, what they look like. And they did not have these big-ass ships, these humongous ships or these humongous boats. There was mainly boats, big boats, okay? They were not big-ass ships, as these Negroes try to make it out to be, like they had these big-ass cruise ships. And those ships like that, they did not come bigger until the time of the Greeks. The time of the Greeks. As you can see here, the ancient Greek navigation. The Greeks and the Romans, they both had to use slaves to row the ships. The Greeks and the Romans had to use slaves to row the ships. Whether if they was going slow or fast, they had to use slaves to row the ships. Facts.
Facts.
The 10 tribes did not take no ships, as you can clearly see now. Okay, I gave you 1,000% proof.
Hold on. Like I said, they saying 10 tribes, but there's 9 tribes on the chart. Let's go.
And this is the killer right here. This relief of the Assyrians rowing this small ship or small boat. The 10 tribes did not get on these boats and row no damn ships. 2,000% proof. So that discussion is over. Now, and somebody please send this video to that half white boy Sakari. Have you noticed that these mamzas or these half-breeds like Alizar from Sakari, have you noticed that they push this chart to home? Have you noticed anybody that look like him, you know, a pale or light skin with slightly European phenotype, with straight hair, etc. Anybody that look like him, they push this chart the hardest. You guys got to pay close attention to these things. Now, right here, we have this heathen, Job Issachar. Okay, Job Issachar also have the channel, the northern Israelites, the northern kingdom Israelites, or northernish. Now, this is a post here.
Northernish.
Okay, something that he posted on F.O.P.E. channel not too long ago. Now, listen, Job wannabe Issachar, it is not our fault. You admitted out of your own mouth that the white man raped your women.
He sure did.
You admitted, not us.
He sure did.
You admitted that the white man raped your women. You said that the white man is your father.
Daddy.
So why are you mad?
He's the pappy.
But let me show you guys how these heathens really feel about us.
Show it.
He says right here on F.O.P.E.'s channel, right?
He's there, sure did.
We are servants unto tribute, or truth, or tribute. We are the true Issachar, which is a damn lie.
Bastard.
I just showed you.
Marvelous.
They did not take no damn road ships. I showed you all the relief of the Assyrian ships. We are the true Issachar tribe. He says, I'll make a video since you niggers, let me read this again.
Blow it up.
We are the servants unto tribute. We are the true Issachar or Issacharish tribe. I'll make a video since you niggers.
What?
Let me blow it up so you guys can see. This is the northern kingdom, also, which is Job Issachar.
Northernish.
You niggers, he says.
He gonna say, I said
Like
niggas.
videos proving we are the greatest peoples on the earth.
Bullshit.
The greatest people on the earth.
Bullshit.
Heathen, please. What have your people created on this earth?
Nothing.
I can name you hundreds of things that the Negroes created in America.
Wait a minute. Because I already done that. He gonna do something too. But go to California. It's like you ain't gotta go to California. Google this. Outbreak of lice. From Cali to New Mexico. A new breed of lice. Right? Where the cream and stuff they give you for the lice don't work. It's called the flesh-eating lice. They don't grow in the Negro hair and can't live in the Negro hair. Right? That's being carried across the border. Look it up. In Cali, what they have, mark this, listen up. They have lice clinics that you Negroes and Edomites and everybody else paying for people crossing the border to go to the lice clinics. Facts. Look it up. That's what they created. It's not hate, it's
I can
facts.
name you many things that the Negroes created in America. Like air conditioning. That is used today. Many things. It was a black man who came up with the formula, for the blue babies that had the heart condition. Named Vivian Thomas. And created a surgical tool used today for heart surgery. A black man. Go watch the movie, Something the Lord Has Made, a true story. Okay, with Mos Def. Starring Mos Def, the rapper.
And go to California and look up something the H people have made. Lice. Right? Check it out. This is not hate. Check it out. They got lice clinics. Okay? We are servants unto tribute. we are the true Issachar-ish tribe. I'll make a video since you niggas like videos proving we are the greatest people on the planet. But no, you hate old F.O.P.E. and old Yehuda, Israel, and old Qanath and Shashem and Jeremiah, Judah, and so on and so forth. Brother Elder Moses, Moshe, and other brothers, F.O.P.E. You hate this, right? But when we bring this out, it's mum's the word, right? Where are you brothers at? Where this guy say, hold on, forget about the niggas, right? Because you call yourselves that. It says, video proving we are the greatest people on the planet. So, stop saying Deuteronomy 7 and 6 goes for all of us. Do you truly believe in your heart, in your eyes, right? Because your eyes can see, in your ears that you can hear, you think that another people who you're calling your people who don't look like you is what he said here? The greatest people on the planet. You believe that? If you do, you hate yourself.
And also Ben Carson, who I don't really like, but he is a black man. He is the first man to separate babies joined at the head successfully. He's the first one to do it. I can go on and on. We the best athletes, the best singers. Okay, we created almost every damn thing in this country.
Every damn thing.
And you talk about you are the greatest people on the earth? How are you the greatest people on the earth and you're not on our level?
Let me get this. Hold on, I gotta pause it. Greatest people on the earth. Who told them how to teach on the street? Who told them about Ha Mashayach Yahawashi? Who said Yehuda? Issachar. Who told them about this? Who told them about the Hebrew? Who told them how to dress like an Israelite? Who told them about fringes? Right? When they want to try to dress and look like an Israelite, who created this? Who created these? Black men, okay? Who made the belts Christ wore, a black man, which is he, that we wear the day we go out to camp? We put on the armbands. Who done this? Who?
Can't see it.
Can you see it now?
It's black.
All right? Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all can't see it. Hold me get closer. My wife said you can't see it. Can you see it now? All right? If you can't see it, it's a belt. I'll show it to you. I just bring it to light. I just wanted y'all to see that, man. Let's go. The greatest people on the planet.
No way on our level. So let's get that straight first of all. But I just wanted to show you guys how they really think about us. How this heathen Mexican really think about you. He says again, we are the servants unto tribute. We are the true Issachar. I showed you. They did not come over here on no road ships or I'll make a video since you niggas like proving yourselves, etc. I'll make a video about you niggas. Okay, you niggas. I just want to show you guys how they really feel about you. How they really feel about you. But let's continue the series. I want to go back inside my book here, Our Living Bible. And this book here was published in 1962. 1962.
Now I got to pause it here. In 1962, brothers and sisters, I want you to look up what they call the Northern Kingdom population in the Americas and the United Snakes right? We were brought here. They was running here. Look at the population. It was less than 4 million. Now it's 60-something million or more. More than us. Okay? Why are you saying that, Qanath? Read Deuteronomy 28:16 and you'll know why I said that. Let's go.
This is also dealing with the biblical timeline from Genesis to Revelations, okay? And it shows artifacts, archaeology, it deals with scriptures, it lines everything right up. As you can see here, this is an image of the judgment hall, okay, that they took Christ to. Right here. All of this information is inside this book here. But I want to flip to page 302. I want to go to page 302 to show you guys something here. Okay, what the Jews look like during the Hellenistic period. Now, this is a sculpture of a black Jew during the Hellenistic period. The Hellenistic period, it says here, go into all the world and preach the gospel, which is in the book of Mark 16 and 15. And below, it let us know that this is a statue image of a Hellenistic man in Egypt, Alexandria. It says a Hellenistic figure of a fisherman from Alexandria, Egypt. And when you look at his image, it shows him as a black man. Okay, a black man. The Jews were black during the time of Jacob and in Egypt, and they are black today.
You're damn right.
They was black during the time of Jacob, and we are still black today.
I know.
We do not do an emphasis and change into another people. But let me show you a figure of a Roman, so you can see the comparisons. You can see the phenotype, okay, of this Roman compared to the Hellenistic Jew I just showed you.
Now, mind you, that guy Joe, whatever the hell his name is, Issachar's calling us niggas. In his old video, he said the white man is his daddy. So there go his daddy. Let's go.
So this is a Roman statue here. Okay? And a reference, it says below, the Hellenistic statue of a Etruscan orator in the 1st century BC. Okay, a Hellenistic statue of a Etruscan. It says orator, 1st century BC. And you can see his phenotype is not the same as the phenotype of the Hellenistic Jew. Let's go back to see. Okay, you see the nappy hair, his Negro features. Okay, this is a real statue of a Hellenistic Jew that was made in Alexandria, Egypt. Okay, Alexandria, Egypt. A black man, as you can see. A black man. The Jews were black during the time of Jacob, all the way up to the Roman era, and we are still black today. We did not do no damn metamorphosis. These Negroes act like we did a metamorphosis.
Like a damn tadpole to a damn frog.
Different people.
So
this is the comparison of the Hellenistic Jew.
Now you see that? You see that, Israel? What the hell are y'all listening to? Do y'all really believe we went from a tadpole to a damn frog? Huh? From a caterpillar to a butterfly? If you believe that we went from this to this, you're tripping. You belong on a slow bus. Point blank. Let's go. Tell them you.
On the right, and the Hellenistic, European, Greek, or Roman on the left. And you can clearly see the phenotype is completely different.
Just like a lot of you brothers got the right, hair all messed up on the beard.
And different facial features.
Patches.
Some Jews' woolly hair was thicker than other Jews. Some had very thick woolly hair, some did not. but they all had Afrocentric Semitic Negro features. As we see here, again, this scientist in Israel at Tel Aviv University, he dug up ancient Hebrew skulls, okay? From the graves, they dug up ancient Hebrew skulls, and he reconstructed, okay, with clay, okay, over these ancient Hebrew skulls to show what the Jews looked like during the era of the Roman Empire. And as you can clearly see, the woman on the left and the man on the right, they both are 100% Negro-looking peoples.
Negro-looking people. Now, mind you, when he dug those skeletons up, you know they're going to do their damnedest to make it look like them. But look at that man, cheek, nose, eyes. Look at the eyes. Pays a big difference. So he tried to make their hair straight, right? Even right here. That's what they try to do. But it's obviously that's a brother and a sister. Point blank, period. You can like it, accept it, believe it or not.
All he did was reconstruct over these ancient skulls that they dug up to show what the Jews looked like during the era of the Roman Empire.
Do they look like Cesar Chavez, Julio Iglesias? Stop playing, man. Cesar Chavez.
Black.
Black.
So it says again that this is a Hellenistic statue of a white man, okay, during the era of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. But let us flip through the book even more, a little more. I want to show you guys something else here. As we flip through. You see these Roman soldiers here? Okay, you see the Roman soldiers, as it says here. The Roman relief, okay, of Roman soldiers. And you can clearly see also they have a different phenotype from the phenotype of the statue of the Hebrew, okay, Hellenistic Jew. Completely different phenotype. The Jews were black during the time of Jacob, and we are still black today. We are still black today. Going back one more time to the Hellenistic Jew. Okay, just more proof that the Jews were black. As we continue. But let me show you guys something real quick here. In the story in the book of Acts, when it says in the book of Acts chapter 19, verses 28 and 29, when they cried out, Diana, great is Diana of Ephesus. We all know the story. Okay, great. When they cried out, great is Diana of Ephesus. In the book of Acts. Okay, Diana, or that fake false god Diana, okay, that many of the Jews were worshiping also in Ephesus, as you can see Ephesus right here. This is a ruin or ancient ruins of Ephesus. Okay, you see right here near the bottom. It says right here. Okay, Diana of Ephesus.
Look at that.
This is the statue right here. When they called out, great is Diana of Ephesus. This is the statue showing a black woman, a black pagan god, Diana, showing that not only the Greeks but the Jews was worshiping a black pagan god. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. God says this here. He says, and you, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. Wherever the Jews went into captivity, or whenever the Jews went into captivity, they lost their heritage, including language. Every time Even during the Atlantic slave trade and the sub-Saharan slave trade, every single time the Jews lost their identities and their language. They discontinued from their language. One more time it says, and you, even yourself, shall discontinue from thine heritage and thy language. That I gave thee. When the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom went into captivity, above the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers, they discontinued from their heritage and they learned the language of the Arameans, which is the Aramaic. They learned the language of the Aramaic language. So when they left, when the 10 tribes left and the Jews went back to the homeland, they were speaking Aramaic. They were speaking Aramaic. The native Indians, and the Tainos were not speaking Aramaic. The Aramaic language was never found or located nowhere in the Americas, in South America, nor North America, nor Central America. They never found any Aramaic writings nowhere in the Americas because they did not come to the Americas. They did not come to the Americas. But,
Shalom,
as I
everybody.
stated,
Good point, brother.
when they
Good
left
point.
from above the Euphrates,
Please share, please share.
Aramaic.
The Old Hebrew alphabet was used by all Semitic peoples, including the Arameans, also called the Chaldeans, but evolved independently from the Hebrew. By the 5th century BC, the time of the Israelites' captivity in Aramea, also called Babylon, it no longer resembled the Old Hebrew it came from, and it is this Aramaic square script that Israel adopted during their captivity. With the Aramaic square alphabet in use by the Israelites, it continued to evolve into the modern Hebrew letters that we're familiar with today.
Go to
By
Israel,
the end
part
of
of
the
F.O.P.E.
19th century,
Go to his
the
channel also.
translation of the Semitic alphabet was well established. It no longer resembled the Old Hebrew it came from, and it is this Aramaic square script that Israel adopted during their captivity. And it is this Aramaic square script that Israel adopted during their captivity.
We went to the Tashkent Institute of Archaeology, where we gained access to a restricted facility containing a treasure of ancient artifacts. Among them, 2,200-year-old potsherds. Clearly displayed on the ancient clay is Aramaic script, the day-to-day language of the Israelite tribes. Here we also met Professor Usmanova, a semi-retired archaeologist. We went to the Tashkent Institute of Archaeology, where we gained access to a restricted facility containing a treasure of ancient artifacts. Among them, 2,200-year-old potsherds. Clearly displayed on the ancient clay is Aramaic script, the day-to-day language of the Israelite tribes. Clearly displayed on the ancient clay is Aramaic script, the day-to-day language of the Israelite tribes. Here, the stone was accessible. To our surprise, we discovered that it too was not written in Sanskrit, but in the Aramaic alphabet. I see all the letters, the Aleph, the Ayin, and I'm standing in front of this 2,300-year-old postcard from the Lost Tribes. Here, the stone was accessible. To our surprise, we discovered that it too was not written in Sanskrit, but in the Aramaic alphabet. I see all the letters, the Aleph, the Ayin. I'm standing in front of this 2,300-year-old postcard from the Lost Tribes. And I'm standing in front of this 2,300-year-old postcard from the Lost Tribes.
From Babylon to Timbuktu by Dr. Rudolph Windsor. And this is the book here that all of these camps have. They all hold this book here as high regards. This is a fact. So now let's go inside on page 131. It says here, the Yoruba Jews of Nigeria. There are black Jews.
Now listen, I know all you Negro lights and so-called Hispanic lights, whatever you want to call yourself, right? Yeah, this book, right? But how many of you actually read the whole book? I bet 95% of you never read the whole book. If you did, you sped through it and never went back and reread it. So let's see what you missed.
Southern Nigeria, who called the Imo-Yoquam, or strange people, by the native Africans, but these black Jews called themselves by the Hebrew name Bnei Ephraim, or the sons of Ephraim, and these Jews claimed their ancestors migrated from Morocco, a fact which Godbey says is supported by their language, a mixture of Maghrebi, Arabic, and local Negro speech.
Negro speech.
For those of you who have the book from Babylon.
Negro. Y'all got this book, right? All of y'all got this book. But why y'all miss this? Whatever that word is, Arabic and local Negro speech. Why y'all don't ever talk about that? Oh, Qanath, y'all talking about Negro. Nigga, that's what it says. Point blank, period. And I'm only talking like that the ones who want to be rebellious. The ones who's meek and humble and say, you know what? The truth is coming out. And we're going to put the scriptures after this. It is what it is. Accept it. Don't be proud, bold. Look at me. I believe in the same doctrine that y'all believe in. I still believe in a lot of it. But a lot of stuff you talk about is not fitting certain people. Again, not saying all. But clearly, the book that you praise after the Bible, y'all always say this. That book, but you don't read that. And also, you also read the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And it says Negro. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro. Not the Negro. But now all of a sudden you can't say Negro. Yeah, y'all weak punks. Straight up.
The Timbuktu, this is page 131. So I am not going to read the remaining paragraph. I am going to read the paragraph below. It says, the assertion of these Yoruba Jews is that their ancestors were driven from locality to locality by Muslim persecution, and they did not find rest even when they arrived at Timbuktu. Surely the prophecy has been fulfilled, and among these nations shall thou find no rest or no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart and failing of eyes. So even the Jews that fled into Africa, they also found no rest. They was also persecuted.
Still going through the day.
So don't think that the Negroes only in the Western Hemisphere, like in the Americas and the Caribbeans, was persecuted. No, the Jews also in Africa was persecuted. So it says here, these Yoruba Jews lived in the Ondo district when Godbey wrote. Let's continue on the next page.
Yoruba, look it up.
It says again, when Godbey wrote in 1930, even way back in 1930.
Same book you got in the house.
The Jews were keeping Torah in Africa. Okay, long before One West came about, before Abba Bivens. In 1930, it says this district in 900 miles southeast of Timbuktu, when Godbey wrote, they numbered about 2,000 people in 20 small hamlets. Pertaining to their Hebrew political structure and culture, they have 7 hereditary heads of the community. He's talking about the Jews in Africa. But watch this here. It continues to say, their leadership is that of the priesthood. They are known to have copies of portions of the Torah, the Old Testament, preserved in a most holy place. However, their social life is not Torah controlled. It says, like many of the Hebrew cultural traits among the Ashanti Jews, these black Jews observe certain Jewish customs, among which are the great holy days. In almost every way, these black Jews are like the Yorubas, Yoruba Jews, and are hardly distinguishable from them, except for some outstanding Hebrew observances.
Never read
but
that,
look
dude.
what it says here.
Watch this.
One of the most notable among these black Jews was a young man named Bata Kinde Amgoza Lo Bagola. Again, his name is Bata Kinde Amgoza Lo Bagola. And this is his picture right here. You are looking at him right here. A black Jew. It continues to say, who was taken from Wida, which is Judah, and Dahomey, which also means the home of Dan, to Scotland. And then it says, after he had received 4 years of the white man's education, he returned to his home in Africa. And so inside the book, Timbuktu, that is on page 131 and 132. Now, I have the book that mentions this Hebrew, who happens to be from the tribe of Ephraim.
Same guy.
And this book was published in 1930. As we just read from Babylon and Timbuktu, it references his name, Bata Kinde Amgoza Labagola. It says a black Jew descended from the lost tribes of Israel.
Lost tribes.
Descended from the lost tribes of Israel.
Lost
a
tribes.
Savage who came out of the African bush. Out of the African bush. So, let's go inside to see.
Let's see.
So again it says, La Bagola. And right here it says, the black Jews of the Ondo bush, or the Undu bush, on page 42.
Him.
They copyrighted 1930. Copyrighted in 1930.
Way before One West, way before a lot of us started talking, right? Damn sure way before who y'all call Northern Tribe, because they're your Northern Tribe right there. Let's go. Some of them. Copyrighted in 1930. And I have a copy of this book. This man that is referenced in Babylon and Timbuktu on page 132. So it said the black Jews of the Undu bush on page 42. So now let's go to page 42. Let's go inside to see what it says on page 42. Page 42. Let's see and read what it says. Now right here, page 42, it says the black Jews of the Undu bush. Now it says here, black. It says, well, I have it highlighted, B'nai Ephraim. You see that? He come from the tribe of Ephraim. B'nai Ephraim. No, I thought he come from Rican. I thought he come from Rican people. Let's go. The native called them Imu Yaquam, as I just mentioned it from Babylon and Timbuktu, or the strange people. My people, the children of Ephraim, he says, have part of the Hebrew Torah, written in the script Aramaic. Written in the script Aramaic. Because when the 10 tribes left and migrated into Africa, migrated where? They were speaking and writing in the Aramaic tongue. Written in the script of Aramaic, it says, brought with them when they came into their own country over 1,800 years ago. He says, our Torah is not written in ink, but burned into parchment by a hot iron. And therefore, no letter can be changed. So he says that their Torah is written in ink and burned into parchment by a hot iron. Huh?
You see that? A hot iron. And it says, therefore, no letter can be changed. But it says again, he says, written in the script of Aramaic, as you see here. Okay, I just want to show that he is from the tribe of Ephraim, and he migrated with his peoples to Africa. It says, my people observe the biblical laws of the letter.
And his cake did not get turned. He was not flipped. His cake did not get turned.
To the letter. My people, he says, know nothing of the Talmud or about the parts of the Bible that follow the Torah. Okay? And then below, okay, he says right here below, he says, our people circumcise their boys at the age of 8 days old, etc. Okay, but he said that my people know nothing of the Talmud. So when they migrated to Africa from Assyria, he said that his people knew nothing about the Talmud. But again, he says, we have a part of the Hebrew Torah written in the script of Aramaic. Okay, the Native American Indians did not have the Aramaic. They did not have the Aramaic. Now look how he said the 10 tribes got to Africa. He says, we crossed from Morocco directly south over the Sahara Desert. He says, another stupendous undertaking. Okay, he said that they crossed from Morocco directly south over the Sahara Desert. And then he says, the story goes that children were born and grew to be men and women and died, and that their children grew up and had children. Before we finished that great journey across the Sahara, south of Morocco, he said, finally we reached the famous town of Timbuktu.
What?
The oldest city in Africa.
What?
Okay, so they reached Timbuktu, the oldest city in Africa. But when you continue to read, it talks about them leaving Timbuktu, and they continue to journey and travel, etc. Okay? He says, so many of our people had died because of impure water. He says in other places they came to, that when they found pure water in this spot, they gave thanks to the Almighty God. Now let's see what he says here on the next page. He says, right here, the rabbis say that our people first gave the name to the country. Let me get myself straight. He says again, the rabbis say that our people first gave the name to the country where we live. He says, for at that time, there were no inhabitants there. No inhabitants. And we were the only people because we found good water there.
The only people there. But I know what you're going to say. Oh, that's a lie. No, we're supposed to believe everything you say, but we should be reading it. From the Timbuktu to who his reference was, right? Reading the book on the same guy. Talk about how they migrated. Okay? How they migrated. Excuse me, somebody keep texting my phone. This is ridiculous. And nobody was there. Let's go.
Or Daomi, good water. See that? Daomi means good water. So he says that they were the first inhabitants there. Does not that sound like second Esdras? They went to a further country where never mankind dwelt. He says, when they got there, he says, for at that time, there were no inhabitants there. Nobody. He said, we were the only people there. That's second Esdras all day long. Second Esdras all day long. We went to a further country where never mankind dwelt. And this brother was from the tribe of Ephraim. And again, Dr. Windsor mentions this brother name in his book From Babylon to Timbuktu on page 132. Bata Kende Amgoza Imb.
Now, if you don't believe that story, throw your Timbuktu away. Okay? Now throw it away. If you don't believe that, throw it away.
Lo Bagola, and he was of the tribe of Ephraim. And he wrote and said that his people was the first inhabitants of that region when they migrated from Assyria. And the confirmation is in the old African maps, as you see here. Okay, the Hebrew kingdoms all over Africa. And we also see Timbuktu, and we see B'nai Ephraim. Okay, right near the top left, you see Timbuktu, and near the bottom, you see B'nai Ephraim. And as the brother Bagola said, he said that they settled in Timbuktu for a little while, and then they continued south into the area of Dahomey, which is Dahomey, or Wida. Okay, which is Ephraim, B'nai Ephraim, as you see here, B'nai Ephraim on this old African map. Okay, nobody can deny this here. This is an old African map, B'nai Ephraim. Okay, it says here, B'nai Ephraim, the children of Ephraim from Nigeria live among the Yoruba nationalities. It says that oral history. Often throughout scriptures, the Israelites and the Hamitic nations intermarried, producing offspring who also intermarried Israelite men and African women. After a while, how could you tell a Hamite from an Israelite? Let's remember, the province includes the Nile Valley, populated by some of the blackest Africans in the world. And this is true. Remember, it was the Hebrews and the black African Egyptians who went up together as an assembly, together from Egypt to Canaan to bury Jacob. This is the book of Genesis 50 and 11. It says here, when the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, they saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, this is a grievous mourning by the Egyptians. This is a grievous mourning by the Egyptians. Therefore, its name was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond the Jordan. And his sons, Jacob, his sons, they did to him just as he commanded them to do. So it says that they went up together. But notice, the Canaanites, they thought that they were all black Hamitic Egyptians. They could not tell the difference. They even included the Israelites to be black Hamitic Egyptians. The Israelites, or the Jews, they had a history of fleeing or migrating into Africa because they could blend in. Okay, they could blend in with the local Hamites. They always went into Africa, always. It says here, the first that certain inscriptions in Carthage, okay, Carthage, that's Africa, indicate origin in the Israelite tribes of Asher and Zebulun. Of Asher and Zebulun. Gives further weight in the conclusion, okay, confirming the Israelite origin of many. It says, including Asher and Zebulun. It says that inscriptions have been located in Carthage, okay, showing the tribe of Asher and Zebulun. Asher and Zebulun. All the tribes went into Africa. Now, what you are looking at here is a image or a statue image of a Scythian. Okay, this is a statue relief, okay, in the Asia Minor, etc., as a Scythian. A Jew, a black Hebrew. If you look closely, you can see his features, that this Jew is clearly black. A Scythian. How much more evidence do you need? the Old Testament pseudepigrapha. Let's go inside my book here, the Old Testament pseudepigrapha. These are just more books that were not included in the Bible, okay, written by ancient or early century scribes, Hebrew scribes. The story of Joseph and Asenath, or Asenath, and she was a black Hamitic Egyptian woman. She was the mother of Ephraim and Manasseh. Now look what the scribes wrote about her meeting Jacob for the first time. Now this is when Joseph took Asenath to Goshen, okay, to meet Jacob for the first time. So let me start reading here. Well, I have it highlighted. It says, and Joseph and Asenath went to the land of Goshen, to Jacob. And Joseph's brothers met them and prostrated themselves face down to the ground before them. And they went into Jacob. And Israel, meaning Jacob, was sitting on his bed because he was an old man. And it says, and he was an old man in a comfortable old age. And then it says, and Asenath, she saw him and was amazed at his beauty, because Jacob was exceedingly beautiful to look at. Because as black people, we don't age. Black don't crack. And it says, and his old age was like the youth of a handsome young man. And then it says, and his head was all white as snow. And then it says, and the hair of his head, and the hairs of his head. It's talking about Jacob's hair. It says again, and the hairs of his head were all exceedingly close, but look what it says here, and thick, like those of an Ethiopian.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It says again about Jacob, our forefather, the texture of his hair. It says, and the hairs of his head were all exceedingly close, and thick, like those of an Ethiopian. Like those of an Ethiopian. Again, like those of an Ethiopian. Again, like those of an Ethiopian. One more time. It said our forefather Jacob, his hair looked like those of an Ethiopian. And it continues to say, and his beard was white, reaching down to his breast. So he had a long beard. But it says that his hair was exceedingly close and thick, like those of an Ethiopian. Just more confirmation that our forefather Jacob was black, with woolly hair, and thick. It says thick, like those of an Ethiopian. And this lines right up with the Roman historian Tacitus, when he says, many again say that they, the Jews, were a race of Ethiopian origin. Many again say that they, the Jews, were a race of Ethiopian origin.
Hear that?
So they thought that the Jews were a race of Ethiopian origin. Just like the scribes wrote about Jacob and said that his hair was exceedingly close, like those of an Ethiopian. I just read it to you. And Tacitus only confirms it when he says again, many again say that they, the Jews, were a race of Ethiopian origin.
Thank you.
So, with that being said, I want to end it with this here. Ham, the definition of ham. It says warm, hot, and hence the south. Also an Egyptian word meaning black. an Egyptian word meaning
Black.
black. The word Cush or Cushi is generally used in the Hebrew Bible to refer to a dark-skinned person of African descent. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, says the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt? Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me? Have I not brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt? Noah, son Ham, means black. Egypt, which is also Kemet, means black. Cush means black, which is Ethiopia. So it can be read this way also. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Are ye not as the children of the blacks unto me, O children of Israel, said the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of the blacks? One more time. Are ye not as the children of the blacks unto me, O children of Israel, said the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of the blacks? Because the northern kingdom, they did not learn their wicked ways or pagan ways from the Ethiopians. The Ethiopians were not the northern kingdom neighbors. The Ethiopians were south of Egypt. The northern kingdom learned their ways from the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Amorites, their surrounding neighbors. So when it says, Amos 9 and 7, are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians, it really means, are ye not as the children of the blacks unto me? And also when it says, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, it also means, have I not brought up Israel out of the land of the blacks? Okay, the Egyptians were black. Kemet means black. Cush means black. Ham means black. So with that, I say grace and peace once again to everybody. Please look out for part 3 as we continue to prove over and over that all 12 tribes are Negroes.
See that? Went right back to what who you guys love to protect, right? We are servants. This is your guy, Job Issachar Israel. Had this on F.O.P.E. video post comment board. We are servants unto tribute. We are the true Issachar. So I guess Issachar can't be so-called black man, huh? We are the true Issachar tribe. I'll make a video. He has it. Since you niggas, really? Have I said you spicks? You wetbacks? Have I said that? Right? No. Since you niggas, have I said spicks or wetbacks? No. Since you niggas like video proving we like videos proving we are the greatest people on the planet, then he always put Issachar. You Negroes taught them this. Now he's absurd himself or lift himself like he's better than you. Right? I was going to bring out like 30 scriptures. I done got tired because I told her. So I probably bring this out on another video. I had like 30 scriptures to go in on this. Okay? And it got late. Let me see something. You feel like reading?
Yes, I'm not reading.
Okay. We're tired. But he said, you niggas. You niggas.
And those are our brothers.
Like videos. That's supposed to be your brother? Right? I don't know about you young bucks today. It was a hard time for another so-called black man to call you a nigga. Or niggas. Right? But another person of another origin, obviously, call you nigger. He didn't say individual, you nigger, talking about one person. Yo, nigger. He said niggas. That means all of you. He say you F.O.P.E, you niggers, or Qanath, you nigger. He said you niggas. Niggas. Okay? Meaning all of you. How about that? How about that?
But those supposed to be our brothers.
But that's your brother. That's why this chart has been put to flames, on fire, is on death row. It's time for you to start burning it, right? And put the correct people in this place. Like I said, not saying all so-called Spanish can't be Israelites, right? It depends. You got to be of Negroid descent. But it's obvious that that guy, Job Issachar, who called y'all, since you niggas, let's see. The people that support him, friends on his Facebook, support him. Let's see if they're going to be an ass kisser, right? A D rider, a D sucker, or sucker, a D sucker, if you know what I mean. All right? Or you're going to speak truth. Right? Let me see something. Hold up. Hold tight. Hold tight. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah real quick. And we're going to read chapter 17. Okay? On this wise. The book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. And it says this. Thus says the Most High. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arms, and whose heart departeth from the Most High. Okay? Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus says the Most High. Cursed be the man that trusts in man. Y'all trust in that chart? That guy said, I had a dream. I had a dream. Right? Aria said he had a dream. Y'all trust in man? I'll read it again. Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Most High. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Most High. Right? Let's go to Psalms. All right? Y'all believe somebody had a dream. Y'all know about that. So y'all believe, like my brother Maharakar, a Hispanic said, I don't believe that chart. And my brother Maharakar said, why not? And her brother said, why not? He said, where did the chart come from? And he said, it come from Aria. He had a vision. He had a dream. Yeah, we have vision and dreams, but his dream was false. Just like he had another dream, year 2000. Okay? Psalms chapter 118, verse 8. And it reads on this wise. It is better to trust in the Most High than to put confidence in man. Psalms 118, verse 5. Right? And it reads on this, verse 8, and it reads on this wise. It is better to trust in the Most High than put confidence in man. My elder said, or the chief said. Yeah, okay, you Negroes. It's high time for you to wake up out of sleep. High time. Keep it up. You're going to go to hell right along with them. Hell don't have no water. There's no shower in hell. All right? There's no cold water in hell, no ice, no rain, no comfort. How about that? How about that? The book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 4. The book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 4. And it reads on this wise. When the Most High shall have washed away the filth of Slaki. Wait a minute, no. 5 and 4. Isaiah 5 and 4. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Read again. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. You Negroes are tripping, man. Let me read that again. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 4. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, right? Looking for to bring forth grapes. But guess what happened? Brought it forth wild grapes. Meaning not of his vineyard. Okay? How about that? How about that? Let's see here. Do I want that? Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah. Let's see. Like I said, a whole bunch of scriptures. I don't know if I want to read all. I'm not going to read all of them. I'm tired. The book of Jeremiah. And let's see. Okay, it says in Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 25. Withhold thy foot, because y'all want to accept everybody in, right? Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst. But thou saidest, there is no hope. No, for I have loved strangers. For I have loved strangers, and after them will I go. Right? You say, I have loved strangers, and after them will I go. That's what y'all doing right now. A lot of y'all love the strangers, and after them, thou goeth. After Jennifer Lopez, Julio Cesar Chavez, Oscar De La Hoya, right? In the middle of that verse, it says, for I have loved strangers, and after them will I go. Okay? What about that? All right, so let me. I think I got one more. I see that. That's fine. I don't care about that. That's fine. Let's go to Matthews, the book of Matthews, real quick. All right, the book of Matthews. All right, you can like it, accept it, believe it, or not. I can care less. I can truly care less. I care for you. That's why I read it. But if you don't want to accept it, I don't care. The book of Matthews. No, that's not wrong. Well, at the end of the day, let me say this, man. The Most High, He knows your works. He knows what you're doing. Scripture say, woe unto the pastor to lead my people astray. Woe unto y'all, man. Woe unto y'all. Let me let this finish up right here. There's a couple more seconds left. Let the brother Yehuda get his last little part here. And we done.
Ethiopian origin. So they thought that the Jews were a race of Ethiopian origin. Just like the scribes wrote about Jacob and said that his hair was exceedingly close and thick, like those of an Ethiopian. I just read it to you.
Hold on. No, Qanath, look at his hair. I don't know if y'all can see mine. Mine smooth down like that when I got it cut low. Let's go. Let's finish up.
And Tacitus only confirms it when he says again, many again say that they, the Jews, were a race of Ethiopian origin. So, with that being said, I want to end it with this here. Ham, the definition of ham. It says warm, hot, and hence the south. Also an Egyptian word meaning black. An Egyptian word meaning black. The word Cush or Cushi is generally used in the Hebrew Bible to refer to a dark-skinned person of African descent. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, says the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt? Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me? Have I not brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt? Noah, son Ham, means black. Egypt, which is also Kemet, means black. Cush means black, which is Ethiopia. So it can be read this way also. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Are ye not as the children of the blacks unto me, O children of Israel, said the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of the blacks? One more time. Are ye not as the children of the blacks unto me, O children of Israel, says the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of the blacks? Because the northern kingdom, they did not learn their wicked ways or pagan ways from the Ethiopians. The Ethiopians were not the northern kingdom neighbors. The Ethiopians were south of Egypt. The northern kingdom learned their ways from the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Amorites, their surrounding neighbors. So when it says, Amos 9 and 7, are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians, it really means, are ye not as the children of the blacks unto me? And also when it says, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, it also means, have I not brought up Israel out of the land of the blacks? Okay, the Egyptians were black. Kemet means black. Cush means black.
Now watch this. It also says the Ethiopians can't change his skin. Look it up.
Ham means black. So with that, I say grace and peace once again to everybody. Please look out for part 3 as we continue to prove over and over that all 12 tribes are Negroes.
That's your boy, your Northern Kingdom statement. That's his statement. Niggas. All of you niggas. That's what he called you. What you gonna do about it? You gonna make mockery of me and the brother Yehuda making this video? Or you gonna get that dude for calling you niggas and saying that the Hispanics is a greater people than thou? So, with that, shalom.